Hey beautiful souls, welcome to my channel. I'm Psychic Medium Connie Rose, and today we're going to tune into spirit to get some messages for your future. A little bit of prediction going on. That's always exciting. If you've been here before, welcome back, and if you're new to my channel, thank you very much for coming. Now please do not forget to like, subscribe and share if your message resonates with you, because I really want to bring as much love from spirit to as many people as possible, and it's you that can make that happen. Thank you so much. So let's tune in to the beautiful crystal ball, 1, 2 or 3. See which one you're drawn to intuitively, and then come back and click on the link below, the timestamp, that's what it's called, and it can go directly to your message, or you can listen to all of them. But do not forget to stay to the end, so I give you an opportunity to win a 1-on-1 reading with me for the month of May. Let's get to it. All right, crystal ball number 1. You know, this week I'm using the most magical Work Your Light Oracle cards from the sensational Rebecca Campbell. And let's see what's coming up for you. Predictions and guidance for you. All right, at the same time I'm tuning in. Let's see. Ooh, Pleiades. You're getting the Pleiades card first. Double mission, channeling and uplifting humanity. Oh, wicked. Wickedy whack. All right, let's just start with that card first. All right. Oh. You are a starseed. You have been called here for the collective. You're actually on quite a mission. So currently I know with these energies, you're at a point where you know that there's something that you're here to do. Your purpose is bigger than you can imagine right now. Now, a few of you this is a general reading, guys, take what resonates, but a few of you here would be getting headaches. I feel like you're getting headaches, like you're stuck in your head. You're going, this doesn't make sense. This isn't right. You know, there's something here that I feel like I'm meant to be doing. It's like you've forgotten something. You know, when you sort of leave the house, you've got your keys, you've got your phone, you've got your purse or your wallet, whatever. But then you're like, there's something missing. There's something missing here. It feels as though you're about to remember, okay? You're going to be reminded. There's a chance meeting here that's coming in for you. Connections. Oh, this feels so familiar to me for you. So don't be surprised if you start meeting people that are going to take you off your current path. Now, this is out of love, this is out of purpose, this is out of joy, and I feel as though you've been doing almost mainstream, silly word, but mainstream things, and now you're sort of opening up to a new world. There's absolutely a pull towards something that feels home, something that feels familiar. You're going to meet someone, or you've already met them. Some of you are going to meet them. Some of you have already met them. But the conversations are leading to a place of excitement. The conversations are leading to a place of not knowing. Like, you don't need to know right now. You don't need to know as in rationally, but you know energetically. There's a pull. You're getting pulled toward your tribe. It's going to feel a bit scary for some of you, I won't lie. And it's not scary, oh my God, I'm dying type of stuff. It's more scary, this is so new, why me? You know, it's hard to explain in words, right? It's almost like scary because it's unfamiliar territory. It's uncharted waters. But the thing is, your soul, it's like your higher self. It's a soul contract that's playing out here. Now, the Pleiades, are a beautiful civilization that are looking over you. Do some Googling if you want to know a bit more about them, but it's not so much that's standing out to me. What's really standing out to me is the double mission. Like there's two things that are going on for you. You've come to a split, you've come to a crossroad, and you're sort of going, do I keep doing what I've been doing, or do I go into this unfamiliar territory? And it's almost like a draw. It's not like you're forcing anything here. You're being attracted. You're being attracted. So go where your heart is leading you. Your heart will guide you here. You'll find yourself having conversations that you've never had before, going, this sounds so familiar. It feels so warm. I don't know what I'm talking about, but Jesus is good. That's where you're being called, because that, my darling, is lifting humanity. The next one, yeah. The next card you get is no. Absolutely no. It says wait, postpone, pause, say no. Now this is to your current familiar robotic existence. It's like if you see they've got, if you keep, all right, here, okay, all right. This is interesting. You're sort of getting guided right here, right now. It's like initially it was like you can go either way, and it's like you keep doing what you're doing now. It's stormy up ahead. It's going to throw you off. You can do it. You can do it, but the cards are saying halt, stop. Start venturing out and looking out what's next for you, because it's new, it's fresh, it's unfamiliar, but it feels like this sense of home. So, to recap, with what you're doing right now, there needs to be a pause. You need to pull back because something's calling you, something bigger, something that's on your life purpose, something you've signed up to previously of becoming here in this lifetime. Let's get another card. This is deep. This is like why you're here, your purpose. Sometimes it's like, don't look for your purpose, feel into it. I know my nose is tingling, which always means spirit's very close. This is like a mass spiritual awakening for you. Don't be surprised if you've been feeling depressed of late, where you felt smashed, like you've hit a brick wall. There's nothing else for you to give. Everything's just like a roller coaster. No, it's not a roller coaster. It's a conveyor belt. You're on a conveyor belt. Your little legs are going like this, trying to hold on for dear life, and then occasionally they just fall and and then you get up again, and then that's what's happening. And that's coming to a standstill because you're going no more of being on this conveyor belt. You're starting fresh. Yeah, the starseed. It's simply the starseed. The stars are calling you. Your light is reigniting within your heart space. Follow your heart right now, because you're going to have conversations, chance meetings, people that are coming into your world, random songs playing on the radio that are guiding you, commercials on TV. Like, it's going to be everywhere. Open up your third eye. Your heart leads you. You'll get messages dropped in. Just get out of your own way here, all right? Don't try to control it. Don't try to go, oh my God, that's where I've got to go. That's what I've got to do. Just feel it. You'll be drawn. You'll be attracted. When you feel that spark in your heart, that's what it is. When you feel that spark in your heart, that's what it is. If you're not feeling that, then that's a no. This is a whole brand new direction for you. It's so new, it's so unfamiliar, but once you're leading by your heart, it feels so freaking right. Oh, it's so good. It's a power card, just to complete this reading. Own your power. Every storm brings a fresh new beginning, okay? So you got to go back to this card. You got to go back there, because it's a no. Doing what you've always done, you're done. Now it's time to lead by your heart. If it means disappointing others, Know that there's a bigger picture. Know there's something bigger coming for you. You're going to have to put a brake on everything that conveyor belt's doing, because it is just taking you for a ride and you are exhausted. A lot of you have hit rock bottom, but that's great news because there's nowhere else to go. The only way is up. The only way is up. The new conversations, the sparkle, the heart, it's pulling you in. Trust it. You've got this, my beautiful soul. You've got this. And that is for reading number 1. Don't forget to stay to the end for your chance to win. I was doing this for the what's it called? Oh gosh, I've just gone blank. I'm going to cut this bit out. Don't forget to stay to the end to get your chance to win a one-on-one reading with me for May. Okay, number 2. You know, with this one, my energy feels similar to number 1. It feels like the unknown of what's next. Feels like you've been in a little bit of darkness, a little bit of disconnect. And I know straight away that's shifting. It's absolutely shifting because it's like you've just surrendered to creating your power again. Oh, I feel like you've just purged. So I don't know if you heard last week's reading or if you got anything around your throat, but I feel like you've done what you needed to do to clear this area here, to speak freely. Let's get some cards for you, my darling. Let's get some cards. Straight away we get the Priestess. The Priestess card. How are you being called to step up and lead? They're very powerful readings this week because everybody's stepping into their power to guide others. Now, remembering it doesn't have to be for the collective for you. It doesn't have to be big groups. It just needs to be one person at a time. And how you lead others, it's like you've been beating yourself your head over on a brick wall trying to get someone to hear you or do what you say, or, you know, even getting the kids ready for school in the morning, or trying to get your point across at work in a board meeting, or getting your partner to hear you, or your parents to understand you, or just understanding yourself. But it feels as though you've had this block that's released and you're ready to flow your words out of the space of love and forgiveness. And you're stepping into the Priestess power. Now, the Priestess does not have to be gender specific. It's not about male or female. It's about that respect, that self-respect, that self-compassion. And you're realizing that now through the beauty of words. Some of you are singing here too, aren't you? Sound healing, learning light language. Like there's such an activation that's happened here. And I feel like some of you have actually gone from last week's reading to this week's reading with a whole brand new transition in this area. Like last week, it was so much, a lot of the readings were stuck here, but this one's like just this blossoming flower and this beautiful feeling of just letting yourself speak. So it's the words here are, how are you being called to step up and lead? And I'll tell you how, one person at a time, and by being a guide. And when you guide someone, it's purely you just existing in that space. You're not forcing anyone. You're not doing the guilt trip. You're not trying to make anyone do anything. You're literally just doing it yourself, because that's the power that you've just stepped into, of going, you know what? I've done enough. I've tried so much around me and I'm not getting the best results out of others. And you're not responsible for them anyway. It's more so you coming back to home, back to self, going, I'm going to have a good look at myself, my behaviors, my patterns, my blockages, my biggest fears, my greatest successes, and really let yourself do you, just do you. And watch the ripple effect of people around you, one person at a time. So just one person at a time. Don't make it so big. It's not that big. It's just you. And when you do it that way, there's going to be small shifts of the people around you, and you're going to notice it. Small shifts, huge impact. The next card I get is the Warrior Woman. Have you answered your deepest calling? You cannot ignore this one. How are you being called? Have you answered it? It's a progression for you. Things are moving very, very swiftly for you. Again, warrior woman, it's not a gender specific. I'm not going to run with that. It's the femininity in you. It's the compassion. It's the self-love. It's the nurturer in you, regardless of gender. And it's like, the guilt is dissolving. You don't have to be everything for everyone. And this is a real kick up the butt for you, because you know this. A lot of you have started doing it, but it's still hard for you to make the necessary changes. It's like people are calling on you more than ever, and you're like, hang on, no. Usually you'll jump at it. Usually you're there and you've just gone no, and you're pulling back going, not now. Give me a minute. Because you're recalibrating. You're recalibrating your energy. You're recalibrating your vision for your future. Dr. Joe just has to come in. Dr. Joe Dispenza here. If you're not doing those meditations, do something similar. Quantum field. Get your quantum field in action. Connect with it. Because if you don't connect with it, it doesn't exist. When you do, then it's real. And when you do, you become familiar with it. You start visualizing what it is that you want. And if you don't know what it is that you want, know how you want to feel, and that's enough. You want to feel replenished. You want to feel like your cup is always half full rather than half empty. It's perception, and it's mental health here that's really had in the past taken a hit. And this is where Spirit's really coming in and saying in your, coming up next for you is clarity. Clarity, because you've made the changes, the necessary changes to go, you know what, I'm not going to be able to help everybody at once. I'm just going to do one person at a time, starting with self. You start with yourself. You watch the small shifts in you, how big the impacts are. The ripple effect here is phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal for you. And let's get another card for you. You're already doing it. I said some of you are, but you're already doing it. Stop overthinking and keep facing your true north. It's like, you can't make this shit up. It's exactly what Spirit's just giving me to give to you already. You know what needs to be done, and you're doing it in small increments. Some of you are smashing this out. Others of you just know it and aren't doing it, and some of you are doing it a little bit here and there. It's now a commitment. It's a commitment to your heart space. It's a commitment to self. The more you love you, the more you love others. I teach Reiki. Reiki is a universal energy that just flows from the universe through us, through our recipient, and keeps going. And the thing is, when I teach, I say we take 30% and we give 70%. So every time we help someone else, we're helping ourselves. Whenever I attune someone to the Reiki frequencies, I'm giving myself another attunement. I'm always up leveling. The more I help others, the more I help myself. And that's your intention. So be very mindful with what you're putting out there, because right now you're shifting into a self-love space that can feel uncomfortable, can feel like you're not meant to, you're not worthy of it, you should be on call for others. And you're shifting into it. You're already doing it. Your angels are very close helping you with this transition. And if you're not already doing it, it's very soon. It's like within days that you just go, oh my gosh, there's one thing that you did. And it's huge. Small shift, huge impact. The ripple effects are next level. Next level for you. Let's get one card to tie this up, my beauty. And it's this one. Independence. Decide for yourself. Exercise your right to choose. The more independent you become, the more independent they become. There's quite a few dependents around you, and it's not that they heavily rely on you by choice. You've trained them that way. So now shift. Take yourself out of the equation a little bit more, so they have to do it for themselves. They won't do it the way you do it, but they'll do it their way with the same outcome. They'll take a while to get there. And it's funny because I'm filming in my studio with the door open because I love the sounds of nature, but someone's got a bloody, drill up the road. And if you can hear that, you're under construction right now. I can't ignore anything. And it's like this constant boring into the ground. It's so freaking annoying. And I'm sure that this will resonate for some of you in different ways, and I'd love to hear how. But I know all of this is under construction, so don't beat yourself up like, oh my God, I've done it wrong. One step at a time. You first, one person at a time. You've got that. You've got that. You've got this. And that, my darling, is your reading for number 2. Do not forget to stay to the end so I can give you an opportunity to win a one-on-one reading with me. Okay, number 3. Let's get into the energy of this one. Oh, I feel a little bit frightened. I feel a little bit frightened, like I'm not frightened as in scared. It's more anticipation. It's like, oh, what is my reading going to be? What is it that's going to happen? It's like I'm almost waiting for permission to make the next move, you know? Some of you, I feel, has come here to go, all right, I've got a decision to make and I really need some clarity on it right here, right now. So, oh gosh, I've just thrown the cards all down. Give me a second. Interesting. It's like all cards are on the table, literally. For that to happen, it's like all cards are on the table. Anything can happen from here. You're at a point where anything goes. And it feels interesting because it's similar for the first 2 readings, but this one is, I'm anticipating. It's like, oh, I'm excited, I'm scared, I'm in a state of, all right, let's do something exciting. I feel like maybe there's a holiday coming up for some of you or something outside of what you usually do, but I feel like a real need for joy, a real need for relief, release, and recharge. Let's see what your card is here. And it's where are you being called to journey to? Imrama. It's interesting because I see this card. Have a good look at this card. It's like you've got a figure standing there and there's a lot of water. Now, there's a lot of water there that it signifies emotion. It's quite fluid, but you'll see the ruins there. There's the 2 ruins. So, but then there's a beautiful castle up the top, but there's the water is the roughest near the castle at the top. So it's like you're at a point where you've, you know, a general reading, take what resonates, but it's like you may have had 2 relationships in the past that, you know, ended however they ended, and you're in one now that you might not be allowing your partner close, or you might not be committing right now, or you might not want a relationship because you've been burnt twice and you're not opening your heart. It could very well be that you're going for a new job and like 2 jobs, you know, they've let you down or they've let you go, or you felt like you weren't enough, so you're sort of holding back. But I feel like there's been 2 losses and there's a situation coming up, if it's not already here, that's very similar to those 2 events, 2 relationships, 2 contracts, or whatever it might be. And it could be 2 past lives even. And you're at a point now where there's something that's just so within harm's reach. It's just as simple as you signing a contract. It's just as simple as you saying yes. It's just as simple as you saying, okay, I'm ready, I'm going to call it in. And you're at the precipice of connecting here and letting go of your old patterns or the old story that the other 2 events have left, like, etched in your mind, in your heart, in your soul, and you're letting it go now. There's a whole big transition because you know that when you do say yes, or when you attract what you want here, when you step into this situation, that whatever you've been through in the past is more of a tool for you, more of a red flag, if you will. So you know what to avoid or not accept, that type of thing. So you can't use your past to scare you. It's more so to prepare you. So I don't even want to cut cords to all of this. I want you to bring it with you to know better, to absolutely know better, because you are so equipped to go forward and say yes to a proposal almost. That's how it feels. But if you look at the card, you can see the big waves right at the front door of the castle. And that's just the old story you're telling yourself. And you can literally, you can dive under a wave and not get brushed away in the wave. You can actually go under it. There's ways around this. Or you can just sit there and wait till it passes. Or you can watch the beauty and the fury. There's so much you can get out of this, and it's all perception. So what are you being called to journey to? Because it's calling you now. And you're absolutely ready to go again. You're absolutely ready to go again. So I know there's fear, there's anxiety, there's anticipation, there's excitement. There's so many emotions here. Oh, but it's exciting because the answer is yes. The answer is yes. The next card we get is Unbound, releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. So like I said, it could be 2 different past lives, or it could be patterns from past lives, but it's definitely past. It's definitely past. And if you see, it's so interesting. Have a look at the 3 women. 2 represent the 2 lessons already, and the one in the middle, straight to the light. That's you now. That's where you're headed now. You've learned. You're ready to let it go, or bring it, using it as equipment, but you're going toward the light, and it's really you saying yes. Bring it in, make it your own. It doesn't have to have anything to do with where you've been or what you've been through. 100% it does not. I've been in multiple relationships that some were quite abusive, and I'm in a relationship now that I make it my own because I know where I've been, and I can see signs and synchronicities that I can put a stop to or work around and whatever, so it's not what was in the past. Plus, you are the oldest you've ever been. You are the wisest you've ever been. So you're not going to let all of that happen again anyway. Give yourself some freaking credit. All right? And I'm not just talking about relationships. I'm talking about any contract, anything that you're vibing in right now. And your next card is Awakening. Have a look. Your last card was pulling you up, and this is you just surrendering. You're just like, okay, let's do this. And it is floating you up amongst the clouds. It's an energetic upgrade, a new way of being integrated. A new way of being integration. Okay? So that's why I'm so excited. That's why this is a real beautiful energy. I'm getting all shifted. I'm getting all, and I do talk about Dr. Joe Dispenza a lot. And while I've been doing his meditations a lot, just before you go into that next state of being and awareness, your brain can almost malfunction. You can get messy and you can feel before you sort of see the new. I'm not explaining that properly at all, but I'm getting the vibe of that point to you, which is before you sort of get the aha sort of feeling, everything can sort of feel a little bit, as it's integrating, messy. And some of you may very well be feeling that. Some of you have already been through that, and some of you are about to go through that. But it's all about the integration, okay? It's all about the integration to come out ready to bring in whatever it is that you're attracting right now. You're awakening, you're integrating, you're exactly where you need to be. That's why all the emotions, honey. That's why all the emotions. But do not ignore them. Do not suppress them. Do not push them away. Do not take them out on other people in the wrong places. Sit with them. Write about them. Meditate with them. Exercise them out. Dance them out. Sing them out. But let them out in a loving way. And just to finish off this beautiful reading. Oh, come on. Last card. Boundaries. Set boundaries, protect your precious time and energy. You've already been there, done that. So don't even give that any energy to come into it. Let yourself get clear with how you want to feel. If you don't know what it is you want, just know how you want to feel. That's a vibration. And start allowing those emotions of those feelings up. So if it's a relationship, if it's a job, if it's a new move, if it's just a new way of living, feel as if it's here already. And that emotion, those energies, those vibes, those frequencies will attract them really, really quickly. You've been through a lot. There's every reason for you to go, F this, I don't want to do it. Last time I did it, it was all too hard. But you deserve it. You're ready. You're equipped. You've got all the red flags in the past that if they come up, you'll know that you need to pivot. You need to change things. You need to have the boundaries. You need to set back, whatever it is. But do this lovingly, knowing that it's all coming to fruition, because you've got this, my darling. You've got this. I'm so excited. Please share in the comments if you wish what this is all about, because you deserve it and you're ready. And that, my darling, is your reading for number 3. Thank you very much for tuning in, my beautiful souls. Do not forget to look in the description for all my upcoming events. Like, subscribe, share, all those algorithm things, please, please, please. And your opportunity to win a one-on-one reading with me this month is, I would like to know what the full moon in Sagittarius, just gone this week, did to you. Did you feel it? Did you connect with it? Did you release? Did you become abundant? What was it? Because I know the full moon's energy carried me through beautifully after quite a few messy weeks with all the solar flares and personal stuff. For me, it's almost given me, it carried me through, gave me some love, gave me a beautiful deep sleep, gave me all those things. I'd like to hear how it affected you, if anything. And if it didn't, tell me it didn't. And then you're still going into the draw for a one-on-one reading with me. Take care, my beautifuls. Thanks for tuning in. Look after others, but especially look after yourself, because there's only one of you. Mwah. Peace out.